So, now that we've done the preliminary message, I'm going to go into a little bit of detail. This one's personal. Essentially, I started waking up at 11, right? This was the last card that showed in the last reading, and cutting through the fog was part of the message. Cutting through the fog. Slingshotting through the fog, really, into your happiness. So I'm waking up at 10, right? I'm waking up at 10. I'm supposed to be at the gym by 11. And then I'm working out usually around an hour. If I have to make up a workout from the previous day, it'll be 2 hours. And then the treadmill could take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, depending on what I'm doing that day. But that's going to get a lot more. Mondays are going to be like between 1 and 10 miles, depending on how much I can do. Fridays are going to be between 1 and 5 miles, as much as I can do, maximum 5, because it's a mid-running day. And then the other days are going to be intervals and speed training. So 20 minutes to an hour, depending on, the day for treadmill. So that puts us at 1 to 3 hours maximum. Usually that would put us at 2 though. Then add in yoga, that's 20 to 40 minutes. Sometimes 45, but most of the time 20 to 40 minutes. 2.5 hours. And if I get talking to people, it might be 3. But that still leaves, on days where I work till 4, or I don't work till 4, that still leaves an extra hour, a buffer hour. And I just had the realization that I've got Wi-Fi here. I have an extra slot where I can put my laptop, and I made sure that it fits already. I can bring my laptop with me, and I can do my practice tests, which average around 55 minutes. And I will have just enough time before my shift to do the practice test every day. And it doesn't stop just because, I'm working that day. I can do it after work too, on the weekends. I can still do that practice test before I leave. And I don't know, maybe something about the environment here where I've got like a table and it's private enough and I can listen to music and I feel locked in and I'm not at home. Maybe having that routine will get me there faster. I'm still averaging 65 to 75%, sometimes a little higher, but I'm not getting that 95% that I need before I can take the personal training certification exam. So I'm realizing that step 1 was getting the job here. Step 2 was getting comfortable with the equipment, comfortable with the environment, comfortable with the people, so that I would feel comfortable enough to start working out here using the equipment in front of people. And I've gotten to that point now. Now I'm consistent. 6-7 days I'm here. And I'm consistent with my lifting. I'm consistent with my interval training. And as long as I don't hurt myself, then we'll be good. And I'm getting consistent with yoga. This is day 5. And my sister thinks I'm nuts. She thinks I'm overdoing everything. But honestly, I feel locked in. I feel like I'm finally fighting. I feel like I'm finding that balance where I'm getting everything done, and environment was a factor. Having a place to do all that is a factor. Feeling comfortable in that place is a factor. And not to mention, if something does happen at work and they need me to stay longer or, work earlier or whatever, I can do that. Which is extra money, which I never say no to. And I ordered the running shoes today, early December, probably December 3rd, I think. I should get my running shoes and I should get my lifting shoes. And I got like some Under Armour sweats, an Under Armour hoodie, because I'm going to retire the other 2. And I got a hat. I don't wear hats, but I'm going to try, and like on days where I don't feel like doing my hair because it's kind of like an intense process and I'm still growing it out, I'm going to like just throw on a hat and see how that goes. But I'm finding this level of consistency and balance that I know is repeatable, that I know is not going to burn me out. And as long as I'm smart, I'll get exactly where I'm meant to be. Getting this job was a gift from Spirit. And it opened up all the avenues, all the doors for me to be able to do this. And you know what would have screwed that up? That greenhouse. You know what I wouldn't have done? If I had used that greenhouse, I wouldn't have done any of this. I wouldn't have come here. I wouldn't have started lifting here. I wouldn't have blocked out time for working on my personal training certification, because at home it's just not happening. My desk is a mess right now. I need to clean my room, but like, it wasn't happening there. Here, I think I can make it happen. And, you know, I could just play with my cards and sit at the table for like an hour and listen to my audiobook and do whatever else and relax until my shift starts so it can happen. Right now I got like 48 minutes left, 38 minutes. Or I could do something productive. I also found out that the mat bag doesn't anchor to my backpack as easily as I thought it would. So I kind of have to like throw it over my shoulder, the backpack, and then I have to throw the mat over my shoulder too. And I'm carrying them simultaneously, but it's not a problem. It's actually working out, and they do fit in the locker, which is great. But yeah, this paycheck went almost entirely to shoes, because I can't run in lifting shoes and I can't lift in running shoes, and the shoes that I wear every day are not good for either of those things. So I'm making the switch. It's an expensive switch though, especially the running shoes. Those were like crazy expensive. And then like expedited shipping in order to get them here faster, because like I'm not risking it with shin splints, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna like switch over as quickly as I can. But the puzzle pieces are falling into place. The routine is establishing. The repeatability is there. The recovery is there. There's not going to be burnout. Because we're taking an intellectual approach. We're taking an intellectual approach to these situations, to these problems. And you know what? By the end of this, I will be able to say that I took myself from not running at all to running a marathon in 6 months. If I can manage it. Hey, Grant. That would be an incredible jump. And if I can do that, and I can get my physique in check, preserving as much muscle as possible while losing the maximum amount of body fat, maybe including this cardio, then by next year, I will be able to say without a doubt that I can do this job. Personal training, that is. And you know, I'm still going to life coach. I'm still going to do my readings. I'm still going to do everything I was already doing. Grief and bereavement support is still something I specialize in. But pivoting to the fitness industry started with a thought, started with a plan, progressed into the education portion, and then putting it into practical application. And once I have the education and practical application sections done, and I have the results of my own journey, I will be able to confidently say that I can do that for other people. And this isn't about proving anybody that doubted me wrong. This is about proving to myself that I can get from here to there. And yeah, it takes time, but we're almost there. Magician. 6 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. This is your reading. Success, independence, a platform, notoriety, brand recognition maybe, I don't know.